I'm making this video on the 3rd of November 2020 after a wonderful week of rest and relaxation after what has been quite a brutal year for many of us. And it occurs to me that as we head for the last part of the year, it's a really nice time to do reviews. And reviews are things that we either dread or we don't get down and do them in a way that is constructive. But I think reviews are wonderful. I think that we throttle the life out of them in terms of how we sometimes conduct them. But to take your foot off the gas and do a review and get a sense of what you've actually achieved and what you've learned and what you can do going forward is a real gift. Now, some years ago when I was doing my training to become a coach supervisor, I came across a wonderful review process which was called the After Action Review. And it's quite a militaristic term, and there's no surprises there because it came out of the first Operation Desert Storm. And it was a review that military people used to do after action. And it had 6 steps, and they go like this. Step number 1, what did we set out to do? And this is about what were we trying to achieve when we went out this morning. Step number 2, what did we actually do? What did we do that was on our list? What did we do that was not on our list? What did we fail to do that we had hoped to do? Step number 3, what worked? No surprises for step number 4, what didn't work? Step number 5, what have we learnt? And step number 6, what do we need to do now or next time or going forward? Now, for me, the idea of a review is it's something that you can do for yourself. So for me to look back on 2020 and ask myself, what did I set out to do in 2020? What actually happened? What worked? What didn't work? What have I learned? What do I need to do in 2021? That would be a really powerful exercise for me. For you, if you lead a team, it's very powerful for your team to get together and to say the same things. What did we set out to do this year? What did we actually do? What worked well under the circumstances that we found ourselves in? What didn't? What have we learned from 2020? And what do we need to do now or going forward? So, at the risk of repeating myself, it's a process that you can use at the end of a project. It's a process you can use in the middle of a project to see if you need to regroup or adjust course. It's also a really lovely way of reviewing somebody's performance. Even if you have a formal performance management process with documents that need to be completed, or you need to go into a portal and you need to put in certain information, the actual performance review conversation can be along the same lines of, so what did you set out to do this year? And what did you do? And what worked well for you or went well for you? And what didn't? So what have you learned? What do you need to do now? And how can I support you in that? So I'm going to continue to write this week about reviews and the way that we can do them. But I've found that it is such an encouraging process. We always have achieved way more than we thought we had. And even in 2020, you will find that you have achieved more than you thought you would have.